first recognize, obviously, the Democratic Party for putting this function on. It's not the first one I've been to, and it seems like they outdo themselves every time. The food's always great. The company is even better. I want to talk to you about two people that were very important in my life when I was growing up, and of course that was my mother and my father. My mother taught me some very valuable lessons. The one that I remember the most is that with faith, anything is possible. And she went through a lot of hard times, and I always saw that no matter how hard the times were, she could smile and she could always be friendly to others. So I try to live that example. The other example was set by my father, who did a lot of things in his life. He was a hard rock miner, did everything from school board to treasurer of our local association. But what really makes me the most proud about him is when he answered the call to duty in World War II, and he served as a United States Marine. My dad always told me, you need to serve your community. If God gives you a little bit of something up there, you need to put it for the use of others. And I'm proud to say that that's what I've tried to do. And since 1993, I have been in this community. I'm the only candidate who has ever run for district attorney up till now who has ever lived in this community. I'm proud to say that I ran this office for 2 years, not a long time, but in terms of claiming longevity, that's pretty good. We don't keep attorneys here that long. And of course, Mary Lou was always there, always a great employee. She put up with a lot of, for me. And one of the things I learned about is when you've got a great staff, do what you can to keep them. Unless they get up for you and they want to run for office and you can't do anything about that. But I served this community in other ways. In 1991, after I graduated from law school and passed the bar exam, I worked for legal aid. And I did make a few trips out here in Clayton. I did help people with whatever problems they were having, and I've never worked for a fee. Now, why is that important? That's important because I'm a career prosecutor. I'm a career servant. I love serving. It's not about the money. It's not about the check. It's about what I can do for others. The toughest part about being a prosecutor is that no matter what you do, somebody's going to get mad. If you prosecute somebody, they're mad. Their family's mad. If you don't prosecute them, they're mad. The family's mad. If you do a plea deal, somebody's mad. So I realized that a long time ago. I know how to deal with that. But it's still hard at times when you have to look someone and say, the evidence isn't there. I know that you're telling me the truth. I know that you've been harmed by somebody. But the evidence isn't there. Because first and foremost, my oath as a prosecutor is to do justice and to seek the truth. If I don't have the evidence, I'm not going to charge it, and I'm not going to prosecute, even if it may be politically popular to do so. I know you've heard a lot of folks tonight. I want to recognize the candidates for stepping forward. It's a heck of a thing to do to serve the public. I think you all deserve a big hand for that, and I wish you all the best of luck. I want to continue serving you because I have a good staff in place. We have the experience. You've seen things in Union County over the last 12 years that you haven't seen before. Grand juries. I was just here 2 weeks ago on a grand jury where the grand jury returned indictments for first-degree murder of 2 individuals who committed a very, very violent act back in 1991. And then we also took the prison cases. I'm the only candidate in the district attorney's race who has run grand juries, who has coordinated them, who has oriented them. I'm the only candidate who has worked with the legislature, with federal agencies, state agencies, local agencies. I have the experience. I want to keep it working for all of you. So I ask for your vote. I ask for your support. I want to thank Robbie for recognizing our veterans out there, some of the most special people around. You have mine and my family's eternal gratitude. In addition to my father serving, I had 3 other brothers who served. One of them passed away in Iraq. The other one passed away young, but he did a stint in the Army. And the only brother I have left did a stint as a Marine at Desert Storm and 2 tours in Iraq. So I'm very indebted to you because you have taken public service to the ultimate sacrifice. It's something I only wish I could say I've done. But I'm doing my best. I ask that you let me continue to do that for 4 more years. Thank you. God bless you.
also candidate for District Attorney. Before I begin, I would like to recognize somebody that's here tonight to support me. His name is John Matthew Balazon. He is my middle grandchild, and today he is 10 years old. John decided to forego birthday festivities to be with the Democratic Party here in Union County tonight, and I'm very proud of him. I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. My mother grew up in the Depression. She grew up just west of Springer in a little area known as Miami, New Mexico. This must be Veterans Night, because if it had not been for her brothers serving in World War II and mailing their paychecks home, she and her 2 younger sisters very well could have starved. My grandfather died when my mother was 8 years old. She had a 6-year-old sister and a 4-year-old sister. They were a family of 12 children growing up in the Depression without a father. When the brothers joined the service, they saw to it that their paychecks came home to their mother so that grandma and the girls could eat. So I'm very grateful to those who have served in the armed forces for that reason. My mother has always taught me to be very grateful, because without them, she knew they would not have made it. I was born and raised in Springer. My father passed away 13 years ago from esophageal cancer. My mother is still living, and she is my best friend and my longest fan. I have been practicing law in New Mexico for 15 years. I have a degree in accounting. I have a master's in business administration, and I believe that that background will make me administratively strong to bring good, strong administration to the District Attorney's office. I am not unfamiliar with working with state and federal agencies. I just finished a stint of 14 months as a Raton City Commissioner, serving as Mayor Pro Tem. I was sitting as Mayor Pro Tem when the fire broke out above Raton, and we had to really get on our feet to keep our town safe and then to recover. So I am familiar with working with both state and federal agencies. I have served as the Union County Public Defender for 12 years of the 15 years that I've been licensed to practice law. I'm also licensed to practice law in the Federal District Court. I also served as respondent's attorney here in Union County with child abuse and neglect cases. I'm very proud to say that I have practiced law in all 3 courthouses of the 8th Judicial District. I am very strong with regard to public service. I had a very good friend tell me, no one will ever feel fully fulfilled until they understand that we were really just put on this earth to help one another. I have not gotten rich off the backs of the citizens of Colfax and Union County. I worked for small nominal fees that were determined by a contract fee. I came to help. I think I have helped some people, and I would like to continue this tradition of public service by being elected your next district attorney. We've only had 1 female district attorney. That was Margaret Lamb. She took over for 1 year, which was the remainder of Judge Joseph Caldwell's tenure as district attorney. And when she ran for election, she did not win. We have female district attorneys both in Albuquerque and Santa Fe, and I think it's an idea whose time has come for the 8th Judicial District. I think there are things that I can do to really help us move forward. With the prison being here in Union County, the caseload has increased, and I think we need more resources over here, and I'm willing to work hard to try and beat the bushes to find some money, even if it's by way of grant or whatever it's going to take. But I know we need help here, and I want to be a present district attorney. I want to be a physical presence in this county, in Colfax County, and in Taos County. I won't be elected and then you won't see me again for several years. I will be here. I will always give out my cell phone number, so if the constituents want to reach me, you can reach me. I'm not going to make silly campaign promises, because no one knows until they're elected what they can or can't do. But I will promise you this. I will work very hard, and I will do my best to do a good job for you. Please remember me on June 5th. Thank you.